Okay guys, today I want to talk to you about DNS and DNS privacy. DNS is the protocol your browser or other clients use to convert the web address, the .com address, to an IP address, which then your browser or client connects to. Now this is really important, and the story I have on the screen right now, it's about how Donald Trump repealed a rule preventing ISPs, Internet Service Providers, from selling your private browsing history. So basically all of your private web domains that you go to or you connect to are sent directly through your Internet Service Provider, and you use a DNS server which your Internet Service Provider can see all of this in clear text. I'm going to tell you some methods to get around this privacy violation. Right now, your ISP can sell and collect all of your data, including every web domain you go to, and it is all in clear text. So I'm going to pull up Wireshark and show you an example of that. So this is standard setup when you connect to your Internet Service Provider. I'm just showing an example here. As you can see, a DNS request was sent, and this was sent, and it tells the domain that I am connecting to. My Internet Service Provider can see this. As you can see, it's mitsuha.katawaredoki.1. So that is all sent over in clear text. Wireshark is a sniffer that allows you to see all of the packets that are being transferred between IP addresses, which are the identifying addresses for each node in a network. So my ISP can see all of this in the clear. Now, how can we get around that? So your Internet Service Provider, which is now legally selling all of your private data to whoever may be buying it. This could be government entities, this could be marketers, this could be, nefarious parties as well. So we really don't know. A lot of nefarious parties like to act as advertisers because this allows them to collect information. For example, Twitter just made a new allowance for advertisers to collect your IP address. So if you have a Twitter account and you're not using Tor or another VPN, your IP address is in the clear sent to these advertisers, which can be nefarious parties acting as advertisers in order to collect data and to manipulate the people on those social media networks. So, what are we going to do about it? Well, I'm going to show you on Firefox one way you can do it if you're not using Tor, if you're just using your ISP to connect directly. We're going to go and we're going to use what's called DNS over HTTPS. What this does is it encrypts all of the DNS requests that I showed you that were in the clear, and this is what happens. Okay, so you go over to Firefox, you go up to Preferences here, click Preferences, and you're at this window. Go down to the bottom, go to Network Settings, then go to the bottom of that, then click Enable DNS over HTTPS. You can use Cloudflare, which is the default, or you can set a custom address right there. I believe that's Google, I'm not sure. I checked earlier and it showed up as Google. But Cloudflare is one you can use. I'm going to use that here. And then as I do that, and another thing you can do to test this and see if your DNS server, not only that, but your DNS servers also leak over the web. So this is another issue. And I'm going to show you as well the DNS leaking right now. So we're going to go to dnsleaktest.com, and your DNS server leaking can also give away who you are. So I'm going to do, actually, let me do the standard test. It's a lot quicker. And what this is going to do is it's going to show you what your DNS servers are that are leaking over the internet. So, and if you connect to Tor, I also want to let you know. Okay, as you can see, it shows Cloudflare because I'm on regular Mozilla Firefox. Now, on the other hand, if I'm using Tor browser, if I use Tor browser, it actually does DNS through the exit node. So that also helps to maintain your privacy. Of course, over Tor network, everything is encrypted through the relay nodes, and you don't have to worry so much about DNS leaks. But if you're just connecting to your ISP and you're not using OpenNIC or another thing like that, so I have OpenNIC as well. Actually, I'm not going to show that right now. But I have OpenNIC. If you're using a non-SERP or something else, you can use OpenNIC when you're not on Tor, and you can also change your DNS that way on Linux. But if you're on Windows and you're connecting directly to your ISP, what you're going to want to do is what I showed you in preferences. You're going to go to preferences, you're going to go to network settings, you're going to go to the bottom, then you're going to go to DNS over HTTPS. What this does is it encrypts these DNS requests. So what we see in the clear text here, over if you have DNS over HTTPS, that will be entirely encrypted. Your ISP will not be able to see it and sell it, and also will not be able to log it. So this is just something I really wanted to bring up because I think it's so important that people know all of your web addresses that you're typing in. If you're an investigative journalist in various areas, you may not want your research to be exposed to whoever you're using for public Wi-Fi or otherwise. You don't want to be identified in that line of work. So that's something I wanted to show you guys today. DNS is very important because people on your own network can also, in the clear, see these DNS requests. So you're going to definitely want to enable DNS over HTTPS. Now, I'm also going to go over some more DNS stuff later, but right now I think it's really important to mention this because there's also other issues. For example, if you just use one DNS server, all of your requests are being centralized. Now with OpenNIC, if you set up a rotation, you'll have multiple different DNS servers. That way all your requests won't be going through one server. So anyhow, I thought this was a really important issue to bring up, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I hope you appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back later with how you can protect your privacy and surveillance capitalism.